Thank you so much for joining us again. I hope you're having a fantastic afternoon. It's very, very warm here in the Costa Blanca, and we're enjoying the weather here. I'm joined today by Angela and also Chris, who's the
Hi,
CEO and
everyone.
director. And we're here to sort of explain a little bit about the inspection trips and give you an idea as to if you've been listening for the past or however many episodes you've managed to catch and you're interested in taking it further, as to how you can do that and what it all entails. But if you haven't already met Chris, I'll leave it for you to just give us an introduction.
Okay, hello, everyone. So, I met Ben probably 15 years ago, and we both used to live in the Costa del Sol, and we started working together. So, and now Ben's over in Spain, so I'm going to go across and see him in about 2 weeks' time. So, it's one of my favourite parts of Spain, the Costa Blanca. So you've got some really nice beaches. We take our kids down there. And you've got the Mar Menor, which is really nice as well. So, let's talk about the inspection visit. So, I mean, the most important thing that you can get out of that is even before you book your trip, Ben and Fifi are on the ground in Spain. They'll talk to you about exactly what you're looking for. And so we really home in just before you even come and arrange that portfolio of properties that match exactly what you're looking for. So they'll pull out, maybe 50 properties and narrow that down to the top 10 for you. So then when you land, so we'll pick you up from the airport. If it's a little bit later in the day, then it's straight to the hotel. If it's earlier in the day and you're refreshed and you're ready to go, then we'll get you out showing your properties straight away. And also, on the ground while you're there, you'll get the chance to meet up with the lawyer, so you can discuss absolutely everything, the buying costs, the taxes, the buying process. You can meet with the mortgage people, so you can find out about getting the finance over there, which is really good. So the banks are currently lending 60 or 70%, and the rate's as low as 1.92%. We can also introduce you to furniture companies, so you can find out about the furniture. So, and that'll be the chance for you to spend 2 or 3 days with Ben or Fifi, and then they'll really give you a good insight into the area. And understand at the minute, Ben, you've got a few clients across.
We have indeed, currently looking inland, a mixture of inland and coastal properties as well. And one of the comments that they made, which really sort of stuck in my mind, was they were really happy that they weren't having to find their way around. They didn't have to have a hire car. They didn't have to do any driving. They can really sort of soak in the whole atmosphere and really take in everything that really Spain has got to offer. So that really left them really to focus and concentrate on finding the right property. And I think that's why the inspection trips do work as well as they do, because you can really sort of focus on what you need to focus on, rather than trying to organize all the appointments and speak to numerous agencies and trying to come and, basically try and make it all work. We do all that for you, so you don't have to. And it really does help the people that I've toured in the past, and we try to listen and really understand where you are within your property search, so that when we do give you a property suggestion, it really does tick, if not all of the majority of the boxes on your wish list. So you know that the properties that you're going to look at are directly relevant to your needs and to your taste. So,
I mean, one of the big questions I always get asked is, what happens if I don't buy on the trip?
well, if you don't buy on the trip, we simply do not release you. We leave you taped up in the car, and no, obviously, if we try and try and do as much groundwork as possible before you even leave your country of origin, and make sure that we have a good portfolio of properties that's going to be directly relevant for you and interesting for you before you even leave your hometown. So we know that then we're doing 90% of the work. If, for instance, we've done it wrong or we've missed something along the line and you decide that it's not for you, for whatever reason, then it's not a problem at all. We simply just part as professionals and we take you back to the airport, and obviously you catch a return flight home. So really, it's a no-brainer. It really is a chance for you to come over, have a good look around, actually be shown spots and areas that will be directly relevant for you. You're not having to, again, do the driving, do any guesswork. You're going to go with knowledge and experience, and that will hopefully hold you in good stead, and you'll find the property of your dreams.
I mean, one thing that always amazes me is the prices of properties over there compared to, sort of the Costa del Sol. They're probably half the price, and compared to the Algarve, they're in some places a third of the price. I mean, I went down there recently, and I was across there in March, and you could get a two-bed, two-bath apartment, frontline golf, with a balcony, brand new, for €99,000. It's just, that's amazing. In the Costa del Sol, you'd be looking at 200 to 250. Over here, I mean, in Villa Sol, where I am now, the apartments over there, they're 12, 14 years old, and they regularly sell for 280,000 for a two-bed, two-bath. So the prices of properties. I mean, why would you say it's so much more or less?
I really do think it's due to there's a lot of choice. We're dealing with a large span of land. If you're looking at the Costa Calida through to Murcia, going up to Alicante, there's a lot of choice for people. And then obviously using the frontline beach properties and moving back inland from there, there's a lot to choose from. So there isn't as much selectivity of what you might find in, let's say, the Costa del Sol or along the Algarve. So for that reason, because maybe the numbers are a little bit bigger, the prices are a little bit more affordable. And we've got to bear in mind that the chosen place, let's say 20, 30 years ago, was always the Costa del Sol, or it was going to be the Algarve. The Costa Blanca is a holiday destination, is relatively new in comparison. But for that reason, people are now noticing that you can get great value properties, and it offers the exact same type of lifestyle. You've got the sun, the sea, and the sand. Again, amazing weather. So really, you're not losing out on anything at all. You're just actually making your dreams happen for a lot less money.
Yeah, because in my mind as well, I always imagined it to be really English. And then when I came across there, I suddenly found, I have to use my Spanish. I haven't used my Spanish for a long time. So, and obviously the restaurants seem really inexpensive as well. I'm looking forward to coming over. I'm going to be there for the month of August. It's going to be a nice time. So I mean, the reason we've done the webinars is to give you all the information. So all the buying costs, the taxes, the mortgages, the rentability. Ben's been out on the ground finding all the best bargain properties. And now it's the time to take action and decide if Spain's for you or not. So that's why we offer the chance for you to come over, spend a few days with us. I mean, how are you looking for bookings at the moment then? Could you fit people in August, September, October?
I would say the sooner, I'm just sort of looking at the diary now actually, and the sooner we can get confirmations, the better, so that we can make sure we've got time to prep and make sure we've got relevant properties for people to see. But yes, we can accommodate. We will always find a way. If you've only got a week off work and you have to go in that week, we will make it happen. And again, we're not sort of high pressure. There's no sort of you must buy. We're not going to sort of try and strong arm you over the table to get a signature. It's really just a matter of introducing Spain to you and the different locations, and obviously finding the right properties that match your requirements. And hopefully over the past couple of weeks, we've shown you that there are options out there, as little as €99,000. And in fact, we've just loaded a video yesterday with another golf course property, which is a duplex property. And it has views of the communal area, the swimming pool area. And that's actually just €130,000, and it's on Road to Golf. And that's fantastic value for money, especially when you look at the price per meter squared. So there's lots of choice for people out there. It's just a matter of jumping on a plane, allocating maybe 2 or 3 or 4 days out of your diary, and letting us do the hard work for you and show you around and seeing if it's relevant for you.
Okay, and what types of properties are people looking for at the moment?
That's a very good question, and there really isn't a strict answer to that. I would say that there are a lot of people wanting to relocate over here, and for that reason, they're not looking for a traditional by the beach, walking distance to the beach, has to have a communal pool. They're looking more inland. They're looking at more country style properties, and they're obviously sort of looking at doing something before the end of the year, before Brexit really takes effect. So there are people who are looking for just a holiday home, and they were maybe due to come over during the summer or maybe in the early months of this year. And then obviously because of the COVID-19 situation, people have put it on hold. But now with things starting to open back up and people's confidence starting to come back, they're obviously now booking. And in fact, we've got someone who's just booked their flights to come out for Monday, to look at a property in Torrevieja. So she's looking more for a holiday. Yeah, absolutely. I think once people realize that now, they can actually fly, the restrictions are being lifted, and that there are options out there, I think more now than ever so before this year, people are determined to make it happen, especially if they have a view of living here, because they know what the implications are and what they need to do before Brexit takes effect before the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, we're starting to see a lot more activity I was down in Huelva last week in Isla Canela. It's not as priced as well as where you are, but they've got 1 beds in an older development for 97, 2 beds for 126. But it's that little bit more. I don't know if it's just because it's on the south. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot more people. It's very Spanish down there. So I think a lot of people from Madrid, but still fairly quiet. I mean, my kids went to Kids Club for 2 days. I really enjoyed being away from us for a couple of days. And there was 6 kids in there. So, yeah, and the beaches are fairly busy, but nothing too bad. I mean, how are you finding it up there? Are you seeing it picking up?
Without a shadow of a doubt, yeah, we can see that the traffic is getting a little heavier. Queues in the supermarket are a little longer, but you can also see the number plates. You can tell when there's always visitors to the country because they drive over. So you're seeing a lot of Belgian number plates, a lot of French number plates, and a few UK number plates here and there as well. So more and more people are starting to come around to the idea of, well, now we can, let's go. And obviously we're taking the necessary precautions with regards to the whole COVID-19 situation as well. So if anyone is thinking about booking a trip, but they are sort of worried about that, we obviously are carrying things like hand sanitizers in the car. We've got the face masks on when we're in confined spaces, and we're trying to do everything necessary to keep ourselves and obviously our clients safe.
And what if people can't travel? So, I mean, we've had, in the last 2 days, we've had about 150 inquiries from people in America, and they can't come over. So what would be the solution if someone wants to buy a property and they can't make the visit?
Try and do as much as possible virtually, I think is an option. So what we would do is really treat it as if you were coming over. So we would go through a very detailed checklist as to what you're looking for, what your priorities are, what your needs and wants are. And then we would come up with maybe a solution or a selection of properties that fit. And if you can't fly over, but you are still keen to get the ball rolling, then maybe we can do virtual tours where we would do it and conduct it in the same way we've done it on during the webinar series, where we would connect via video chat, and we will show you the property and the general location electronically. And that could help people make a decision before they actually come over, if they are still going to come over. But in some instances, as you said, some people are actually wanting to reserve units, without the need of coming over. So we'll try and do as much as possible to help facilitate.
Okay, and for those of people who do want to book flights, so I will say hello to Doreen now. So Doreen's here in the office, give us a wave.
Hello.
So Doreen's ready to book your flights, she books your hotel for you and checks everything's okay.
Yes, I bet.
So yeah, so I'd like to thank everybody, especially a big thank you, Ben. I know you've been traveling here and there, you've been down the beach, you've been in luxury properties, you've been in apartments, you've been in villas. I think you've seen more of Spain in this last 2 weeks than ever before, haven't you?
It's been busy, but it's been very, very enjoyable indeed. And I can't thank everyone who has tuned in enough, because you've been really, really patient. We've had a few technical issues here and there, but you've been patient with me, so thank you for that. And if anyone has missed any of the episodes that we've done, then please feel free to just jump onto YouTube, Ideal Homes International, in the search bar, and have a look at some of the pre-recorded episodes we've done.
Perfect. So thank you very much, everybody. So if anyone's got any questions, drop us a message or an email. We'll ask Tia as well to put her email address in here. Tia's been fantastic. She's been on every single webinar. So we've done 28 in 2 weeks. Really sent the company virtual, which has been fantastic. So, and now it's the time to travel over. Come to Spain. I'll be there for the month of August. So hopefully can meet up with you. Have you got anything else to add, Ben?
Yes. Ange, can you just go through, because we're doing it slightly different, the two options on that we have available for the inspection trip, because I know it's going to work slightly differently for the people that have been as kind as to tune in for the webinar series.
Yes, so all you need to do is make your way to Alicante Airport, and Ben or Fifi, the guys over there, will meet you, and you will get your accommodation, bed and breakfast paid for. We'll treat you to a meal in the middle of your stay, and that's really all. It's quite simple. You just need to get in touch with us, have a chat about it previously so that we know what you're looking for, and other than that, all you need to do is get on that aeroplane. We also have another offer where if you want to come for a bit longer, because the trips last about 4 days, 3 nights, 4 days. If you want to come over and you want to spend a week, you want a bit of leisure time, we can spend, say 3 days, but the days you choose, so you can sit around the pool or go to the beach the other days. And if you purchase with us, we will then, on your purchase, we will give you a percentage of your accommodation that you paid for while you were there. So we have different options, and please contact us because we can personalise things and try and help you to what suits you as well as what obviously suits our time and business and everything. So please do get in touch with us and start booking and get over to the sunshine. Everybody needs a bit of sunshine.
I'd just like to introduce everybody to Tia, who's been behind the scenes. So thank you, Tia. Round of applause.
Thank
And
you.
This is what Angela does when she's she's on the webinar. She's got a cat on her knee.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody kept seeing a tail pop up and I kept pushing it back down.
So yeah, so thank you very much. It's been a fun 2 weeks. We're going to be doing a lot more videos of properties coming your way. But yeah, we hope to see you on the ground in Spain or Portugal, and see you soon.
Bye. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.